Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing part 2 of the double spread here in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. We're working on today the little blue guy over here, and then we'll do one of the frames here and one of the crowns, and then I'll finish the rest the other side, whatever side I decide on. Off camera and show you what it looks like at the end of the video. So I'm picking up the pencils I need, and I'm really hoping I have a very large instead of a very small blue pencil. Oh good, okay. It's a medium size, so that'll be better than the tiny one. Okay, make sure we have the right color. Sky blue light, blue slate, and blue indigo are our blue tones that we're going to do this little guy over here in. So I'm going to move the camera down and over so we can get him started here. Kind of get him, yeah, I got everything on the other side of my desk so we have a better view of him. So we're going to start off with the indigo and kind of do basically the same thing that we did on the purple one. We're going to change the eye up a bit to bring it down here. Of course, back here. We're going to bring a little piece forward here. And then a cheek, because I like to give my birds little cheeks. Okay. I'm going to go over these areas because like on the other side, I'm going to make it black, so it doesn't matter. You kind of want to just bring this line up here from the beak area. And that one touching. Then we're going to darken it up back here. And moving it forward. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to kind of do this the same way we did the other page. Going in with all our dark colors first. Well, the dark color. It's only 3 colors here, so it's the darkest color. Okay, we're going to do the beak too because we decided we liked the beak done in the same color. Okay, down and around the beak area here. And a little up on this side. Okay, now these little things are going to be done in black, so we'll just color up here in the blue. And then back in this area too. I'll have to apologize if you hear any noise in the background. They're still working on the house. They're redoing the siding. They've been at it for a while. And they do start at a very early hour, which is kind of annoying. And I'm really hoping they'll get done soon. Okay. Now, his little guys here are going to be done the same way here. We're just going to take one side and make it dark. On all of those. This will get darker when we go back in with it. I'm just kind of laying it down so I know where we are supposed to have it. Okay, now back in here, we're just gonna darken that completely. A lot of pressure there just to get it so it's in the background. Okay. He looks pretty silly, doesn't he? Turn a little bit. We're going to do his shoulder area. So up here is going to be the dark area. And down in here. These are going to be done in stickles or black ink, so you can go over them if you want. And there's a little bit here, so we're going to darken that one up. Nice and dark too. Okay. And then we'll do this little piece here. We'll probably do this little piece down here too. Why not? Okay, and then this area down here. We'll start dark over on this side. Okay, here. Here. And then this last one over here. Okay. These are going to be fun. All right. We're going to darken in here a little bit. Make those easy. The little line out here will be done in black. So we'll something up here. Now, these. Go a little dark on those on one bit. And then when you go in here, you're going to change it between the slate blue on some that come all the way across. So we'll do a couple of those. And the sky blue light on a couple. And you'll get a different look. It's not going to be much, but you'll get a different look on all of them. We may just do it in the sky. It looks prettier in the sky blue light. So we'll go down on all of them with the dark. It's a little tedious. And I'm not going to lie, it does kind of cramp your hand up because these are tiny. So take a break if you're doing it. So don't kill your hand. And I'm not exactly doing a great job, but I'll go back through it and retouch up the indigo. After I put the other color on. Just gonna darken it up under there. Okay. Now we'll just take the sky blue light in these and just bring that color over. And find the places you missed. Leave them alone so you'll know when to go back into those. I don't know if that's a good one to do that with. We'll have to figure that out. Okay. Keep a nice sharp point on this. It'll work better for you. Okay. I'm going to sharpen the indigo blue up and get a sharper point on that so we can get some of those tips in there a little darker. Okay. So how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. I'm also going to darken over here. Okay. Okay. Darken these up a little in here, or at least give them some color. All right. For the rest of this, we're going to go over again with the slate blue. Right? Yep. It's not very sharp either. So I'll bring that over. And all of these down here. these guys over here. Boom. And these guys up here, I forgot. Okay, now the light blue, or sky blue light, sorry. So we'll just put it in down here, blend it in with the other color. Okay, a lot of blue. Go over here. And we forgot to do the top up here. Let's back in with the slate blue. And then the sky blue light. All right, now we just go back in with all our colors again, as long as we can find them on our desk. So I'm gonna go in and redarken this. Okay, we're just darkening up all these little areas. Got the areas here. We're putting a lot of pressure on that, and then just lightening it out. It'll go over all the other colors, but we want to really darken the dark spots. And if you don't think it's getting dark enough, bring in a little black. And you can really get that nice and dark just in the corners. Maybe up that side. Same in here. Just put it in there. Then we're going to go over it with the indigo. I'm just going to go around and put it all in each little corner here, so when I go over it, I can go over it all at one time. Okay, then we just take our indigo, go over and blend it out. We're going to put a line of it right black right down here and right on this side. Top of these. Okay, then we go back over it with the blue and bring it out. Just darkens it up a little touch more than you can get with the indigo color. Some in here. And down in here. Okay, we're going to work on his face just a bit more. We're going to put a little of that black back in here. Don't know about there yet. Bring that out. Bring in the slate blue. Oh, I didn't go up there in blue. I'll have to do that. The sky blue. Dust that off. We're going to bring in some white into that too. We didn't go up here with the indigo, so we have to do that. We can't leave that black. And white here to make the blend just a little bit better in his cheek. Gonna make sure all those are blended well. Going over all of them with a little white. Okay, now we're going to get his eye black because he looks silly without an eyeball. We would like him to have an eyeball. So we're going to color that black. And get his Posca, that's not a Posca pen I was using, the Posca back in him. Right there in his eye. And that looks better. Okay. Got a little more work to do here to blend that in right. I'll put a little of that blue right under his eye here. Slate blue. Okay. Now, if you notice on her, I went ahead and did the black on this part and just did it with ink. I added a couple little white dots around here too, and made sure I got all her little bubbles off of her hair cleaned up. When I did this, I colored over them. So I colored over this first on this side, so I wouldn't run into that problem. I did a little bit down here, but it's okay. So we're going to do his hair. We're going to find a main hair here, and we're going to pick this one, do this on the bottom, and then this one at the top. So you just switch. I think I'll do this one at the top too. It'll run into the other one. You don't want them to blur together. I think that one should go over here, but that's okay. We'll leave it the way it is. Okay, then you take in the next shade. That's the sharpen the point. I got it in another color. No big deal. Here we go. And then we're going to sharpen the light blue sky blue. I've been doing this for a long time with this color. Never can get the name right. The sky blue light. As long as we have a nice sharp point, we can get those tiny little areas. I do apologize if you can hear that noise. Sorry, I was noticing those weren't blended very well, so I thought I'd go back over them. Okay. Back up here too. Okay. Yeah, she says as she keeps playing with them. All right, we need to do the frame. I'm just going to do the black like I did on her. It's black pen. I'll show you if I can find the pen. I'm just using this one. It's a Staedtler pigment liner 1. I always keep this pad paper or scrap paper or something here because you're going over wax, and sometimes the wax builds up on the tip if you're not careful. Like me, see if you picked up one, you want to get rid of it. You don't want that on the tip. It'll gunk up the tip and you won't get your ink out right. Okay. Then we go over that area and go down again. Oops, went up too high. Okay, we're going to go right down through those little pieces there. We'll leave the dots, but we'll go on the other side of them. Like a little link in the chain or something. Okay, these little guys down here have a loop, and I want these guys to have a loop, so I'm going to make that a loop. There isn't one there, but I'm putting one there. Then they have little dots on the top, and when I put my stickles on, I'll do dots on both of those. So just pretend there's a line there and color it in. Now, I don't care if these circles are perfect because I'm going over those with stickles. Stickles is a glitter glue with a sparkle color in it, and I will be putting dots on those, and it'll just make them look like they're round. An illusion, but it'll do its trick. Okay, then we're going to go all the way down his chest in the same thing, all these little lines. And on these little things, just like over there, make it a little thicker. Line there to bring it down. You have to be careful down here because you got wax on all this stuff, so remember to wipe off the tip. Okay, so that's how that part's going to be done. I'm going to do this whole line in black. If you don't have a pen, Staedtler pens, Faber-Castell makes pens that will work on this. Tombow has pens that will work on this. Do not use a Copic. It will go right through the page into the back page. These will not bleed through. Okay, so there's a nice big black bold line there. Around in these areas, we're going to do the black. Yep. Got wax on that. These little triangles I'm going to color right over. They don't really need to be there. And then the little piece in here. If you want, you can go in here and add in the details again. This one we're going to make a little thicker. And when you're going to do that on all those, we're going to go down here and do it on these. We're going to go across here. So we can keep that line straight. Go all the way up, down and around. These are going to get colored in solid. And again with this one. Go up. Get into that one, color it. Go across here. You want to bring that line up. Do the same thing over here. Color over that triangle. Get your line straighter than that. This one. Down here. And so forth around. I'm going to get those all done off camera. When you go over wax it, it's got to dry a lot more. I don't want to run my hand through that. So we're going to go up here on this crown or head area. We're going to do the same thing up here. Scratch a piece of paper. Make it all nice and black up here. And do that little triangle too. Tickles is going on the dot, so we're not going to worry about that. And then his little, we can do this two ways. I'm going to cap this before it dries a little bit. I'm going to take some of the color out of his little, I don't know what you call these little fluffles. I call them fluffles. I don't know what you guys are going to call them. But we'll take out a little bit of that color. So we don't get too much wax on the tip. Okay, then we're going to take in the pen. We're going to be real careful here because some of that might not be dry yet. So we're just going to go in and do those. Got wax on it. Make sure his eye is nice and dark. Okay. Touch up that beak there a little bit. Okay, the rest of that I will do off camera. We're going to do some of that in here too. But I'm going to color it first and then I'll put the black accents in it. But all these little scallops that are here are going to be painted or colored black. And those little dots, I'm going to do those too. And it depends on if I want to make them open, like these kind of things, or if I want to color them in solid. So that I will depend on. Hers over here is going to be solid because it's solid and he's got a little different frame. Okay, I have to get out the colors for the frame and the crowns. So hold on a moment. Okay, grab some colors. And you look good too. Trying to figure out what colors to use. I might make it a bronzy color because I'm going to add some orange and red into it. Just because why not? I just want it to look like it's metal of some sort in the goldish family. So I brought out terracotta. Nope. Terra de Savina. It's the French word. Sienna brown. Yellow ochre. Light umber. Cream. Burnt ochre. Terracotta. And an orange. I may not use the orange. I may use this one. And it only has a number on it. So I'm going to have to look at it up and find out what color it is. Yeah. It would have been used with canary yellow, so it's one of those beautiful little oranges that I like. We'll just stick it over here. We're going to start off with the yellow ochre here. And let's see. His frame's here, but he may not be dry. We're going to work on her frame. They'll be done the exact same way, except for the little work that goes around here and the gems that they have on the top and bottom. But the frame itself and their crowns are going to be done in the same color. So we're going to just switch everything over to this side and work over here. So we're going to start off with the yellow ochre. And we're going to put it in a few places. It's the lightest color, so we want to put it in the lightest areas. So anything that looks like it would be, I don't know, raised up. We'll throw some white on that too. So we'll just go around. And they don't have to be the same, because I'm not good at that, and I'm not going to sweat over it. This is fun today. We're just coloring. So sometimes I'll put it underneath, and I'm not going to go over here and go, I have to put it over here and put it down here. But I am going to give that a little definition there. Boom. Then we'll just put some like over here. Maybe we want darker here next to the flowers, so we'll come down here and put a little bit more of the lightest color, light color over by the leaves. I like to draw that line to that line, just so it looks like it has some definition there. This little piece here, maybe over on that side here, and right up there. Something like that. We're just making a happy little frame. Okay, this one and this one don't come down the same length, so we're going to just kind of add in a line there too. Fluff up some of that, maybe over here, maybe on this side, Do that with a darker color. So we have our base down, and we're going to do the little crown the same way. Okay, let's see, we'll go here. Then maybe here. And I'll probably put some sparkle on those too. Okay, that was all done with the yellow ochre. And we're going to bring in a brown. I am going to sharpen it because I figured out that crown is kind of small. And I want a little easier time of it. This is sienna brown. It's going to be a little bit redder brown. So we're going to stick this in like the shadow areas here. This little fluff is going to be black or gold. I don't know. I've got gold stickles. Okay, and we're going to go with canary yellow. I'm going to bring some of that in there too. Just going to brighten up over here. Okay, now we want to bring in, I think we're going to bring in a little more of that. What was this? The yellow ochre. We're going to bring that down. Because if I do any shading, I want to do it on top of that. These are going to be done in stickles in a shiny glitter. All right, I'm going to sharpen this pencil too. This is the light umber. I'm winging this, so if I don't like it, we'll do something different on the other side, or we'll end up erasing it. Okay, light umber. we're going to bring in the terracotta. Just add that around the stone thing here. And I forgot we're doing the frame out here too, so we're going to add some of that out here. And there's a whole bunch of that inside here, and I forgot a petal there. So we're going to just add some of that in here. Put those over on the outside. I'm going to go up here. We're going to darken that I drew there. Bring that over. Kind of just like wherever you want it to be. Okay, next color, the burnt ochre. And this color, I don't know what it is going to go in here. Oh, that's scratchy. There we go. cream. Oops, I went out of the lines. And again. And we're going to fix it. Make sure we have no color on the tip of the eraser. And just get rid of it. Okay, then we're going to go back in with the yellow ochre over the cream that we just put down. Remember, the scallop is going to be black, so it doesn't matter what color that is or how much we go over it. We can just erase it a little bit. Put some of that in the leaves too. Okay, going downward. Going back up on this side. Then we're going to bring in a brown again. What brown have I not used yet? I don't know. How about dark brown? Gonna go around this line in dark brown. Any of the lines you want to darken up. Okay. Going to accentuate those lines a little, pull them down. Same thing down here, accentuate the lines you want. Okay, then we're going to go back and recover these with, guess it, the yellow ochre. Just to brighten up some, put a little more pressure on some, blend it in some. So it's just play with it until you like the color you're getting. Okay. Back in with the burnt ochre. Just going to add that in a few areas. And or maybe a little down in here. I didn't darken that with the brown, I should have. There we go. Okay. We'll look it up here at the top again. This is the cream. Then we're going to bring in the white. Make sure our white does not have any other color in it. And in the places that I want to really stand out, I'm just going to go over with the white. And brighten up a little bit. I'll have to remember to color in that leaf. Same down here. I'm going to take the ochre, make sure we get it on the closer to the inside of the frame here. I don't want white showing there. So in between the ochre and the cream. And then we're going to bring in, if I can find it, a tiny bit of the Tuscan Red. And I'm going to make sure that's sharp. Okay, just going to touch a little in here. And these are just little touches to brighten up some areas, okay? It's not to add a whole bunch of color, just a little. Brighten them up a little. There we go. We're going to throw a little of that in the crown too. And just blend it around. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we're going to do her gem pieces here. We're going to have some gold here. That frames it. So we'll just go around with that. These here are going to be black. I think we'll do these two. I don't know if they're gems, but I'm going to put sprinkle or glitter on them, so glitter, yep, stickles. So it doesn't matter if they got a little color on them. This is the burnt ochre. Okay, a little bit of the dark brown. Going with the cream. And then we have to decide on the color of our star, and I'm going to go with purple. So we must find our purples here somewhere on my desk. Ah, that's raspberry. Raisin, okay. So we're going to do it in purple. She's purple, so she might as well have a purple star, right? So that's our black grape. Parma Violet. Grade Lavender. All right. And like I said, those little other things are going to be black, so we don't have to worry about those. This needs to be shaded a little better up here. This is the burnt ochre. Okay, top one. Well, isn't this one interesting? What is what up here? Let's start off with our yellow ochre. This is a setting with the little thingy boppers. We'll just do it. Something like that. I don't know, I can't tell, so that looks good. We got these little things coming off of those. And just color those all in that color. And then shade, I can't do those in black because they blend right into the background, so they have to be done in the stickles, which works. Yes, I play with everything all over again. Okay, so we're going to darken some of this up. This is the burnt ochre that we used down at the bottom. And cream. Just kind of go over the whole thing in cream. Why not? And then a little bit of the Tuscan Red just in the corners here. Okay, the gem itself. Again, purple, or should we do this one in blue? I think we'll do this one in blue. If I can find my blues. He's got two gems. We'll do one of those over there in purple. Okay. So we go with the indigo first. A little of the slate blue right over that. And then our missing sky blue light. This is a littler one, so it'll work. And we'll throw a little white in that. Get all the orange off of it, or whatever color this is. And then go back in with the indigo. Tiny bit more of the blue slate. Sorry if you're hearing all that noise. It seems to be everything is out today. We have a street sweeper and the bus, and the schools are back in, so we have school buses going by too. So we'll have to blend that a little bit more. Okay, there we have her basically done, except for some black work in here. And down here, and on her little floofies. But we're going to do the same thing on him, except for his gems are going to be opposite. So down here we're going to do her purple gems down here and a blue one up at the top, I think, because there's a lot more of them down here. And that'll be done just the same as the other side. So we'll do one here, like we did the blue one. We'll go in with the purple, kind of in around here and around over here. And bring some up in the middle to make like a shine area. We'll do one down here too. So do the top, do the bottom, and put in a little shimmer area. Go in with your next color, which in this case is the Parma Violet. And then our last color, which is the gray lavender. Leaving some of that white because we want to bring in white. Make sure your tip is no longer blue. And then just add in the white. Go back in with the black grape just to touch up the edges. I think we want a little more white on this side. Did I ever say my eraser is my best buddy? I really like that eraser. And because it's all, it's also a rechargeable one, so I never have to really change the batteries, which is also really fun because I use it a lot. There we go. That looks a little better. Okay, so, you know, the next two, we can do them if you want. don't know how long this video is, but I bet it's pretty long. And what I'm going to do is finish the frame on this side. I guess I'll do the top gem too, so you know at least how it's done. There we go. His crown's going to be done the same way as hers. Let's see. We'll do I have the right color? Yeah, yellow ochre. There's just no yellow on this page yet. Freak out. I think I'll make this thing blue, but it's really not a gem, so it's more like a medallion. So it'll have like a little flower in there. We'll do the little flower in blue. Back in with the indigo. And we'll throw a little white in that so they get all the purple off of it. Okay, and the other color we were blending with was the burnt ochre here. I'm going to do most of that in black, but we have to have a little brown on the background, so throw that in there. Erase it later. Tiny bit of the Tuscan Red. Just in 2 spots. And we'll go back in with the yellow ochre. Now this, of course, you know, it depends on what color I do the frame. You know, this might be shaded a little more or a little less, depending on how that goes. But I think that will work out okay. So we've got 2 blue tops and 2 purple bottoms, but I mean, that works out. Looks like they did that on purpose. We'll color in his crown a little bit. The same color, the burnt ochre. Throw in a little bit of the canary yellow just to brighten up some spots. The one inside the pencil extender. And then back in with the yellow ochre. Okay, tiny bit of the Tuscan Red in here too. Okay. Yellow ochre. There we go. Okay, so off camera I will finish up the frame on this side. I will touch up anything over there, and I think I'm going to do a little splatter on the background, not on them, but on the background, and then load it down with stickles. I'll finish up his black here, and I'll do the black on the inside of the frame there, and I will show you what it looks like at the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in another one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.